Welcome back to Football Daily, where today we've constructed a team of players who will be out of contract and available this summer. Goalkeeper. Fans' choice. Yes, that's right, we're leaving between the sticks empty so that you can fill it in. We want to know which goalkeeper that's out of contract this summer big clubs should be making a move for. Let us know in the comments below, and if it's good enough, we'll tweet out the responses. Defender Enoch Quaid. The right-back berth has some competition this year, with former United man Raphael currently due to leave Lyon on a free after 4 years service at the club. However, we've included Enoch Quaid, who is a younger and arguably more exciting prospect. Quaid was part of the France squad which won the Under-19 European Championships in 2016, alongside the likes of Kylian Mbappe and Issa Diop, and after breaking into the Nantes first team in 2018, has impressed in Ligue 1. With the club lingering above the relegation zone, the 21-year-old's defensive contributions have been vital to keeping the ship afloat at a club where morale has understandably been low during the second half of the season. His 3.5 interceptions per match are the best in the division, and he wins the ball back a total of 6.6 times per game. And while the attacking side of his game is not as strong, with less than a dribble completed per game and just 1 assist to show in nearly 2,000 minutes, these elements will surely improve with another full season of senior football. Still very young, and with Watford and Southampton reportedly interested, Quaid could lock down the right-back position at either club for literally nothing. Surely it's a no-brainer. Before we move on, do you guys at home want to hear more about Europe's best young talent? Subscribe to Football Daily if you do, and you haven't already. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss any more average to good content. Defender Diego Godin. Central defender Diego Godin has spent the best part of the last decade playing for Los Rojiblancos, earning Atletico's first La Liga title in 18 years and 2 Europa League winners' medals. A reliable stalwart in defence, Godin has amassed 271 appearances for Atleti's elite backline. Nominated for both the 2016 and 2018 Ballon d'Or, the Uruguayan rejected a transfer to Manchester City to stay put in the Spanish capital under Diego Simeone. However, it looks like his tenure marshalling Simeone's defence will be coming to an end this summer, with his contract expiring in June. Widespread rumours suggest that the club captain will be heading to Inter Milan, with reports even claiming he's done a medical and agreed personal terms. Godin's exit isn't the only one that's expected in Madrid, with experienced fullbacks Felipe Luiz and Juanfran Torres also showing no signs of renewing their contracts that also terminate in the summer, suggesting that this summer could see a seismic uphaul for Simeone's squad. Defender David Luiz. David Luiz joins Olivier Giroud, Gary Cahill and Willy Caballero on the list of players running down their contracts in West London. The 31-year-old, who returned to Chelsea in 2016 after a 2-year stint in Paris, wasn't expected to be playing a huge role under Maurizio Sarri this season after making just 9 starts in the Premier League over the 2017-18 campaign. But the Brazilian has forced his way back into the starting lineup under the Italian, with 32 starts in the league this term. Protected by Jorginho in front, Luiz has been averaging 2.1 tackles and interceptions per 90 and a huge 4.2 clearances per game. That's more than double any other member of the Blues squad. Luiz has reportedly rejected a £10 million move back to his homeland with Palmeiras, and also turned down the opportunity to cash in on his career in Qatar. The former Benfica defender is allegedly hanging on for a major European club to give him one final chance at playing for the Seleção yet again. Defender Alberto Moreno. Alberto Moreno, currently warming the bench in Liverpool, has collected just 2 Premier League appearances for the Reds this season. The development of Jurgen Klopp's first-choice fullbacks Andy Robertson on the left and Trent Alexander-Arnold on the right has ended Moreno's hope for a contract extension on Merseyside. Between the two, Robertson and TAA have assisted 16 goals, bombing down the wings in the Premier League this term. The Spaniard was expected to pen a deal with Lazio after being spotted in Rome with ex-Liverpool teammate Lucas Leiva back in March. However, the latest narrative has him somehow linked with Barcelona. According to Spanish publication Sport, the Blaugrana are considering snapping him up on a free as cover for Jordi Alba. The horror show that was the 2016 Europa League final is still etched in our memories, so we're not really sure how he's managed to pull this one off. Let us know your thoughts though in the comments below. Midfielder Ander Herrera. Once thought of as a future Manchester United captain, Ander Herrera now looks a dead cert to leave Old Trafford. Talks with Ed Woodward have been long going on, but with his wage demands not being met, it looks like he's going to join PSG when his contract expires in June. Turning 30 this year, it really is now or never for the former Bilbao man if he wants to take the opportunity to play at another top European club. And let's face it, he would be a pretty useful squad player for Les Parisiens. A playmaker turned midfield destroyer in Manchester, Herrera seems like the kind of weapon Thomas Tuchel could do with on big European nights. A persistent thorn in the side of the opposition, whether it be by aggressively breaking up play or playing the referee with his underhand tactics, it's no wonder that the Basque-born central midfielder is such a favourite with Man United's faithful. And if he does make the move across the channel, the PSG Ultras will no doubt warm to him pretty damn quickly. Midfielder Hatem Ben Arfa. When Hatem Ben Arfa swapped Nice for PSG in 2016, it seemed like his career was set for long-term bench warming, as he went on to play just over 600 minutes of football in Paris. However, a switch to Rennes has resurrected Ben Arfa's career. Over the 2018-19 term, the 32-year-old has made 20 starts, scoring 7 and assisting 2 in Ligue 1. With 5 successful tackles per 90, his form has somehow been phenomenal and is arguably been the peak of his career. But at the end of this season, his contract at Rennes will have expired at the wrong side of 30. Finding another club might well be tricky for the Frenchman. His best chance for consistent football at a European club would surely be staying put, and as the current top goalscorer, a last-minute contract extension could well be on the cards this summer. Midfielder Yassin Brahimi. A key player for FC Porto ever since his move from Granada in 2014, it's crazy to think that Brahimi is already nearing his 30th birthday. The Algerian winger who grew up in Paris and represented France at every level below senior has made around 200 appearances for the Dragons, scoring 50 goals and grabbing 17 assists in the process. A real flair player, Brahimi completes nearly 4 dribbles per game and also fires off 2 shots a match. However, his lack of creativity has been telling in 2018-19, getting just 1 assist compared to 7 in 17-18. Nevertheless, with Porto and Benfica level on points at the top of Liga NOS at the time of recording, he could still leave the club with a second successive title to show for it. Despite his clear talent, Brahimi has never been poached by a club from outside of Portugal, and this is perhaps down to the fact he's part owned by a third party. This means that even when his contract does run out in the summer, he will likely command a fee of up to €8 million. Nevertheless, West Ham, Wolves and Inter Milan are apparently all among the clubs interested in his signature. Forward Mario Balotelli. Much like the aforementioned Ben Arfa, we all assume that the final nail had been hammered into Mario Balotelli's career coffin after his disastrous year at AC Milan, where he scored just once in 20 Serie A appearances. However, his move to Nice in 2016 started a resurgence, scoring 15 in 16-17 and 18 in 17-18. After a few months in Marseille at the start of this season, Balotelli returned to the ground of his revival for the rest of the campaign. Unfortunately, all fairy tales come to an end, and so will the Italian's contract in the south of France, leaving the firing forward available for a free to anyone brave enough to take the punt. Ex-Leeds chief and current owner of the Brescia Calcio, Massimo Cialino, is hopeful that he can bring the Maverick to Serie B in the upcoming window. The collision of 2 of Italian football's most unpredictable figures would be well worth tuning into the second flight for. Whilst the transfer though would see Super Mario return to the town he grew up in at 28 years old, we think he'll probably be waiting for a bigger side to offer up a contract to him. Forward Max Kruse. Werder Bremen captain Max Kruse is still yet to make a decision about his future, with his contract with the German outfit expiring at the end of the season. Werder Bremen were keen to keep hold of the 31-year-old, but Kruse has stalled on negotiations with just 7 games left to play at the time of writing. Werder sporting director Frank Baumann is hoping he can encourage the German to sign before the final game of the season. If he doesn't confirm an extension, he'll be open to new opportunities in the summer. Tottenham Hotspur have been in the past linked with the forward to the tune of £9 million, and they're reportedly eyeing him up again as they hunt for more firepower, with Fernando Llorente expected to be heading out of North London this summer. According to Sky Sports in Germany, Spurs will go head-to-head with a host of other clubs for the 31-year-old's signature. Forward Franck Ribery. One of the outstanding wingers of his generation, Franck Ribery joined Bayern Munich all the way back in 2007, costing the Bavarians €25 million, a club record fee at the time. Since then, he's written himself into Bundesliga history, scoring 121 goals and netting a further 93 assists for the Bavarians in all competitions, winning 8 league titles, 5 Pokals and a Champions League in the process. Just 24 when he first landed in Germany, Ribery is now 36, and having signed a 1-year extension to his contract in 2018, is also keen to stay at the Allianz beyond this summer. However, Bayern are clearly thinking of the future, with big money moves of Luca Hernandez and Benjamin Pavard, alongside the likes of Serge Gnabry and Kingsley Coman, becoming even more important to the team's attack. We think the Frenchman's days could probably be numbered. With Robben also set to leave this summer, it spells the end of a glorious era at FC Hollywood, and reconstructing the forward line must be a priority to the club, who will surely be in the market for another world-class winger and a Lewandowski replacement in the long term. And with clubs from the MLS and A-League reportedly interested, Ribery could yet get himself one final huge payday. So that was our free agents 11. As I said at the start, please get your suggestions for the goalkeeper in the comments below. The best ones will be tweeted out. Thanks very much for listening. Au revoir.